Hi everyone. So my name is Hetal, and we're doing this webinar today to understand. Uh, there are a lot of questions that arise in terms of what option to choose, which consultant to go ahead with. A lot of those things, right? So let me give you a brief about myself. Okay, my full name is Hetal Rathod, and I've been in this industry for almost 10 years now. I've been giving consultancy to people, clients who are basically very new to Dubai, or clients who have existing companies, who are looking for free zone, mainland, offshore, all these are my expertise in terms of providing consultancy, right? And today I want to discuss because we all know how networking works here, in Dubai. We have a lot of groups, where we have female groups, we have, community groups and everything, where people do ask a lot of questions in terms of, I am not sure of which free zone to go ahead, or I am not sure which consultant to go ahead. Is this consultant giving me the right information? All these factors. So this is what we are going to discuss today. And I hope this session is going to be informative for you guys. It's mainly, a little clarification that you would get out of this webinar. So basic awareness while planning to start a business in UAE, right? The main factor is, do you understand what is your business activity? A lot of people say that, oh, okay, I want to do this, but which business activity that falls into which category, which group, uh, is very, very important. Because sometimes what happens, I've seen this, experience. I've worked with different business consulting companies, and I've came across with different business consultants, individuals, who, if I say, I give an activity, and they'll be like, "Ha, it will be done in this management consultancy, or it will be done in this IT consultancy," or but does it actually fit your requirement? Does it allow you to do the business activity that you actually want to do? Because that's a very important deciding factor in terms of also what jurisdiction you're going to choose. Because some of the activities may not be available in one free zone, or in Dubai Economic Department, and the other free zone it might be available. So that is a factor which is very important, right? Also, sometimes jurisdictions have different terms for the same activity, right? It can be, like an example of event management. I have seen some of the free zone which say organization of convention and trade show. This is their description of an event management. They do not write that on the trade license, but this is what they give you on the trade license. So it is very important what business activity you have on your trade license, and it should be related to your business activity that you're going to, that's the service that you're going to provide. Then we have, important with number of visas. How many number of visas are you planning to issue under this company? Okay, if you choose to go ahead with free zone has different packages. The like, okay, one visa package, two visa package, four visa package. Of course, you can upgrade it at any given point. This doesn't count, your employee. This doesn't count your dependent visa. Okay, that means your family. That visa is not included in the license unless and until your family member is also part of the business. As a shareholder or manager, and then in that case it's different. But in terms of number of visa, it it directly affects the costing of your trade license. How, what will be the costing of your trade license? We've seen in the market, I have seen myself a lot of advertisements which say, uh, that start your business license from 2000 dirham or 5000 dirham. But what actually it requires, what does it fit your requirement, is very important. Yeah. um, yes, I think we have someone who has a question. We'll do a basic question and answer after I finish the presentation, so then I can answer all of your questions, right? Um, so that's important. Number of visa, it is, like I said, it's important factor for the overall costing uh, of your trade license. Physical office, again, how the world is moving. A lot of us, prefer to work remotely, prefer to work from home or some different cafes. Also depending on what kind of industry you're working, right? uh, does your industry require a physical office where you will have a walk-in client coming to your office for a meeting or a discussion? Or do you do virtual meetings? What is the requirement for you? Again, this is also you know a factor which will affect your costing in terms of overall costing of your trade license. Um, what is your plan in next 6 month, right? Next 6 month plan. Why usually I ask this to the client is because we've seen, from my experience, I've seen clients who basically want to start from a basic project, saying that, oh, I will save 5000 dirham here if I do the basic one, and then later on I will see. In that case, what happens is 3 months down the line or 6 months down the line, uh, you see that there's a growth in your business and you would require, let's say, more visas. Okay, because you've taken a selective package of one visa, saying that I might not require any visas at the moment, I just want my visa, and I would require maybe later. And what happens later is, uh, you're going to spend that 5000 that you saved before, you're going to spend that in amendment and your time. So any licenses that needs to be upgraded, um, you have to get an approval, initial approval for it, and then you have to upgrade the package. You have to get an immigration approval, that is your establishment card, and then your license will be issued. So again, that time frame and the cost that you're going to put in to upgrade, because there are always amendment costs, right? No one says this in the beginning, no one tells you this in the beginning, that later on, if you want to upgrade or change your package, there will be amendment cost involved in this. There are a lot of hidden costs which not many people or consultants say this out loud, because it's not required in the presence, it's in the future. But for example, if I am starting a business, I would want to understand what my costing is going to be in 6 months, in a year. What will be my renewal cost? What if I change my plan in middle of this, a year, 6 months down the line, if I change my plan, what is the costing that is going to be involved in this, which is very, very important. um, it's something where you try to save the money in the beginning, when you start the business, but you end up paying way more, once you if you want to do any amendments. So it is very important. Of course, again, every jurisdiction has their own process, license, fees, amendment fees, packages. There are almost 44 free zones in UAE. So you can imagine, the difference of costing, the difference of process, uh, the difference of, timeline, everything. So it's not, one free zone might, be perfect for me, but it might not be perfect for you, or it might not be perfect for your friend, that you might refer, saying that, I did a setup in ABC free zone and it was perfect for me, this was the costing. But again, depending on the nature of the business activity, the number of visas required, the office space, the plan of expansion, all those factors come together, where you're costing and which jurisdiction you should go for, right? um, we can do a we can do a quick, if you guys have any questions, we can do this right now, in terms of this topic. If any of you have any questions, you can ask me right now, and we can discuss this, if you have any questions right now for this topic. Okay, we have Zubair. Zubair, you can please write your question so I can read. What is your question? Hi, Zubair, are you there? Okay, so I think Zubair is not here right now. We'll move forward. Um, yes, Zubair, do you have any questions for us? Okay, so I think we'll move forward now. Um, so our next discussion is about, importance of selecting the right consultant or consultancy in UAE, right? There are so many consultants in the market, providing different kind of services, providing different kind of information. Their suggestions is different. Um, it's different, so you don't know which consultant to choose, which consultant is giving you the information. So it's important, a consultant that you are in touch with, uh, does that consultant understand your basic requirements? Okay, has he or she provided with you with the basic information, the information that we discussed earlier, which is the basic awareness to start a new business? Uh, was that information provided to you? Uh, which activity, which free zone, the number of visas, did they provide you? The costing, what is the government costing? What are their consultation charges? A lot of quotations come, which is a total, where you don't know what the government costing is, you don't know what the consultation charges are. So is that information, initial information, provided to you? um, you know costing wise, jurisdiction wise, the all that details have been provided to you or not, right? um, has he or she taken you through the process, including the timeline? Now, this is very important, because for me, if I'm not, living in UAE, I'm based outside UAE. That means I have business outside UAE. I won't be able to be in the UAE for very long time. So, has the consultant explained you the process, when your presence is required, when your presence is not required, if your presence is required, for how long it's required, and in total, what is the timeline from starting your process until you get your trade license, your visa, all these things? Is this clear? Are you clear with this? Has that consultant provided you this information? Okay. So incorporating of the company is just one part of it. There are a lot of other things that come after the incorporation of the company is done, right? The rules and regulations of UAE, in terms of, let's say, we have the accounting, bookkeeping, auditing, VAT registration, VAT filing. um, the main one, is this information or services provided by the consultant? uh, don't you think it's easy if you have one person, or one company who can manage all of these services for you? You do not have to go to different people, different companies to coordinate with what's happening with my accounting, bookkeeping, or my VAT registration. Am I supposed to do the VAT registration? No. So all these services, does this consultant provide these services after the company registration is done, right? Bank account opening. Everyone who starts their business in UAE, or anywhere for that matter, of course, requires a corporate bank account, right? Banking industry has changed a lot in last 5 years. How things have moved, from opening a bank account or to getting facilities like loan and all these things has changed drastically. To open a company bank account is really difficult in UAE, because so when you take free zone licenses, they provide you with flexidesk option, right? Now banks usually are not comfortable opening with opening accounts for companies who have flexidesk option. So it doesn't connect. I mean, you have free zone who are issuing the license with flexidesk. It's totally legal, everything is fine. But then you have banks who say, no, we cannot open your bank account because you do not have a physical office. So um, does your consultant help you out in terms of, after your incorporation of the company is done, will they assist you, or do they guarantee a bank account? It is very, very important. um, because of course, after you form the company and then they cannot open your bank account, it's just going to be a lot of time and money invested is just going to be waste, right? uh, Overall costing from the consultant, that means from starting the company until you get your visa, emirates ID, your bank account, your everything, all these fees, are you clear with these fees that the consultant have asked you? Will the consultants provide you with invoices? Will the consultant provide you with the government receipts? Which is very important, because we believe that transparency should be there in terms of, when a client is trusting us with, their setup, there should be a lot of transparency in terms of, fee structure. Um all this costing covers everything. There shouldn't be like today you started the company and then, in middle of the process there is another fees that pops up, and then there is another fees that pops up. Those are all the hidden costs. If you set up a mainland, which is, LLC company, is the costing involved with local sponsor, is the costing involved with office space, or are you taking your individual office or you're taking virtual office? um, the visa process, the medical, the emirates id, all these costings, are they included in, all of this, the quotation that you get from your consultant? Um, so these are the basic awareness, important, where, will help you to, select which consultant to go ahead, because we have a lot of options here in terms of consultants who provide, business consulting services. Um, the factor that you should be able to trust your consultant, in terms of what information they are giving. uh, Obviously, if you are going to consult, one consultant, you will have another consultant giving you the information. Are the information correct? Is the information is clear? So that's what, basically, our discussion for today is. um, do you guys have, any questions in terms of, uh, you know the discussion and importance of selecting a consultant, or in terms of the basic, uh, you know awareness in when you want to start your own business in UAE? um, we can go through few questions. I'm here to answer your questions. uh, a few things about my company. My company is, Blue Crayon. Uh, we provide, services for incorporation of the company. After incorporation services, we also provide, digital marketing services, where, building of your website, your, marketing for SEO, Google AdWords. We also do, experiential marketing, where for brands which are already in the market, or let's say you want to launch your brand. So these are the services that we provide, in terms of, even accounting, bookkeeping, VAT registration, VAT filing. These are all the services that we provide, at Blue Crayon. I am, ready to take, questions. If you guys have any questions for me, you can ask. It could be related to formation of your company, or it could be related to, you've received, this free zone. What do you think about this free zone? I can guide you with a few questions here, answering them. So you can let me know what, uh, we can be open for question and answer right now. Zubair, if you're there, I can ask, answer your question if you can hear me. I'm not sure if you can. Any questions, guys? You can also ask me questions from the previous topic, if you have any. I think we are clear right now with you know everything. I don't think so. Anyone has any question? Okay, Tanushri. Hi, Tanushri. What license does an artist require to create and sell paintings online? Okay, great. It's a great question. Uh, any product that you wish to sell online requires an e-commerce, license, where you will have a platform where you will put your paintings and you will sell them. So that is an e-commerce platform that you will require. um, you can also, if you're planning to do exhibitions, then yes, of course, an event company can assist you with it. But for you to sell your paintings online, you need to have a e-commerce platform. For that will be e-commerce license. Is that clear for you, Tanushri? You're welcome. Any other questions? Okay, Karishma, if I have a partner there, can I start a business on his sponsorship? Okay. Karishma, what do you mean by partner? You mean you're as a shareholding partner, or you mean as a local sponsor? What do you mean by partner? If you can please elaborate for that for me. Would you like to? Okay, can I add you? Can you elaborate what do you mean by sponsorship? Okay, we'll come back to Karishma once she's husband sponsorship. Okay, partner. Okay. Yes, sorry, I can see your question and reply. Okay, as a husband sponsorship. Okay, so you mean you come to Dubai on your husband sponsorship, and can you start a business? That's what your question is, correct? Okay. Um, so basically, for you to start a business, if you're on a sponsor's, under your husband's sponsorship, is absolutely okay. There are a lot of free zones where, you require NOC, and there are a lot of free zones where you don't require an NOC. But in terms of, if you are just on a husband sponsorship, yes, you can start a business with that. Uh, yes, you can start your business if you are on your husband's sponsorship. Is there anything else, Karishma? Do you have any other question? You're welcome. Okay, so Tanushri, in terms of e-commerce license, there are a lot of factors that consider, the cost of the license. Do you require a visa, or, like I said, any office space or anything? Um it's important for us to know, because like, let's say for example, a zero visa package for a media license, which is e-commerce, it starts from 5,750 dirhams, where you have a trade license which will allow you to build a e-commerce platform and sell your products. Again, not giving you the cost of the payment gateway, because that's additional in terms of your website, but just a license where it's legally allowing you to sell your products through an online platform. So approximate costing is this, but yes, we can get in touch after the session, and we can give you more couple of options that are available. That's absolutely fine if you're on your husband's sponsorship. And answering your question in terms of you're based in Abu Dhabi, does it matter which Emirates I take the e-commerce license from? No, it doesn't matter which Emirates you take the e-commerce license from. And where you're based, it has no connection in terms of where you're based, because your visa can be from any of the Emirates, and you can start a business in another Emirates. There is no restriction on these lines, right? So your e-commerce trade license can be issued from any of the Emirates you wish to. Sure. Tanushri will make a note of it. We'll definitely get in touch with you. Any other questions that I can help you guys with? Please let me know. Yes, Sharina, you can type your question and I'll be able to answer it. If you want to be self-employed and require a visa also, and want to work from home as a marketing consultant, which license is required and which documents? Okay, so here we are talking about a license which will allow you to work from home. So let me make one thing clear. Every license allows you to work from home, because it's your choice which place you're working from, right? In terms of legality, it's mandatory to have an office address with every license that you issue, if you require your own visa, right? So for immigration to issue your visa, they need to have an office space address, which is mandatory. Okay, so here, if we go ahead with, let's say, a marketing consultant, which again falls into a media category, you can take a one visa package where your trade license will be included, your flexi desk, which is again a virtual office, and your visa. Right, this starts from approximately 13,000 dirham. But again, on more details, giving you all the actual cost, how much it will be, we can get in touch with you after the session is over. I hope I have answered your question. Please let me know. Sharina, are you clear with the details that I have provided? Does it clear your initial query? Perfect. Thank you. Do we have any other questions, guys? Okay, so Vaibhav, yes, there are a lot of costs that are yearly. There are a lot of costs that are once in 3 years, and there are a lot of costs that are one time. like in UAE, the license and the office renewal happens every year, right? And then your visa is renewal every 3 years. Okay, now this I'm talking about 3 years visa is if you are, either a shareholder or you are based in a free zone. So every free zone gives you a 3-year visa, regardless you are a shareholder or an employee. And in terms of mainland LLC, if you are a shareholder, your visa is, every 3 years. So yes, the costing of the trade license and the office is every year. And then the other costing like, labor card and all this is one time. Your visa cost is renewal every 3 years. I hope I have answered your question. Please let me know if you need any further clarification. Do we have any other questions, guys? I'm happy to, assist you and guide you. Okay, I think we are good for now. Uh, I'm going to, so we'll get in touch with all of you, in fact, whoever has attended our webinar. And further down, if anything is required, do let us know. Also, I wanted to give out this information. This month, since we are celebrating women, this month we are doing, a free setup. When I say free setup, it's basically we do not charge any consultation fee to set up your business. So we'll give you a free consultation, a detailed consultation in, you know, how, you know, how you're basically, what business you should do, which free zone, how the process will work, everything. And then we will do that process for you for free of cost. Yes, Sharina. Okay. If you wish to have multiple businesses, do they need multiple licenses or e-commerce for online products? Okay. So products, e-commerce is a platform. So no, you do not need multiple platforms for different products. Like we all know, like Noon or Souk, they are selling products. They have different categories of products that they sell, right? So it covers most of the products in terms of, that you want to sell online. Yes, if there are special category products that, there are pharmaceutical related or gold, diamond, these are the products, then of course there's an additional approvals that is required. For these categories of products. In terms, when you say multiple business require multiple license, so we have a list of business groups where, let's say, consultancy services, that could be management, IT, marketing, all these consultancy services fall in the same category or in the same group. Yes, then you do not require multiple. You can add 2 or 3 activities on your business depending on the free zone, which allows you to add, how many number of activities you can add. In terms of, let's say, if you are taking a service license and you want to do trading, now there are a lot of free zones which allow you to do add activities from different category, that is either consultancy and then trading. In terms of when we talk about LLC licenses, you have to have the activity which is from the same business group. So if it's not from the same business group, you cannot have them on the same license. That means, yes, you might require, multiple trade license. Is this information clear, Sharina? Okay, so if you, let's say, so like I said, there are different free zones which provide different types of licenses. In terms of, let's say, if you want to add marketing consultant and e-commerce, yes, you can do that. You can collaborate two business activities under one license. We have options of, which free zones provide you, this category of license. So also, let's say if you're a marketing consultant, you're providing marketing consultancy services, and you also have marketing, let's say, software or something that you want to sell online, you can do that. If that's what the question is, uh, you can do that on under the same license. Is it clear? Is it what you require? I hope, Sharina, I have answered your question. Um, Moving forward, like I said, uh, this month we are providing special services for female entrepreneurs. We are providing free, setup from our end. That means there won't be any service fee that will be added to do the process of providing the consultancy to start your business. So we will get in touch with you, send you details on how things will work, and all our contact details and everything is mentioned here. So you can get in touch with us. Uh, that's my email and that's my contact number. You can get in touch with me uh, through WhatsApp. You can call me or you can just send me an email and then we will connect with you. I hope the session was informative. We will have couple of webinars that will come out, come up in next few days. All of you will be kept posted on what the topic of discussion will be. There's a lot of discussion that we're going to, have in terms of, categories of trade licenses, how many categories in terms of specific category trade licenses. Um, our next webinar is going to be on the topic of e-commerce. So if you are interested, please do not forget to register. The links will be shared with all of you. And thank you for all of you to join this webinar. And it was lovely meeting all of you. Thank you so much.